guys, welcome back to my channel. So guys, do you know that there is witchcraft within our families exist? Within your family exists, right? Most of us are not doing good, are not doing what to say, you're not succeeding. It's not because you're not working hard enough. Mostly, some of you really are not working hard enough, that's the truth. Some of you are really lazy. Some people are really lazy. But the thing is this. Most of you have your... I know it's a topic that most people, they don't want to talk about or believe that it exists, and because also it's different from family to family, to country, and religion to religion, you know, that kind of thing, right? But let's say from us, where we are from, like black people, not people that think that they're black just because they're tanned. I mean black people with black roots, no black background. We do know that it exists. We may not want to acknowledge it, like, you know, we're like, you know what, I don't wanna think about it, I don't wanna talk about it, I just don't want the energy, you know. Yeah, the people like that, right? And I also used to be one of those people that are like, I know it exists, but who would want to use witchcraft on me? Like, look at me, I'm just, you know. But the thing is, it does exist, right? And I was saying, like, some people, it's not because you're not working hard. The people that work every day, they let's say you earn $1,000 every month, but at the end of the month they realize that they can't really use the money for anything tangible. You can't say, you actually go and get your receipts and calculate, and you realize, you know what, I did buy the jacket and the pants and the sugar and the margarine and the meat, but the thing is, you'll be earning way more than a lot of people, but you just can't do anything tangible. There are people like that. You need to get yourselves checked. You need to check. You need to know what's happening with you. I mean, some of you really are really careless. It's not all the situations that you blame on witchcraft. No. That's the truth. Some of you really spend your money on nonsense. And some people really know how to budget. But however, there's some people that have things, you know, monitoring them, you know, and making them make crazy decisions. Anytime they touch money, they wanna buy this, they wanna buy that. Do you need it? No, we don't. So it can. I mean, sometimes when we look at it with our like human eyes, you can be like, you know what? This girl is just, you know, the kids, let's say the kids that are, I'm gonna say this, I know it's a little bit offensive to a lot of people, the kids that are not really like, I'll say, studying, right? They can study morning, day, night, but they still won't remember anything at the end of the day, right? We wanna look at it as if it's normal, and by the way, sometimes it's really normal. Sometimes in some situations, some kids have complications and whatnot, it's normal. But sometimes you really have to pay attention. You really have to pay attention, because sometimes the things also behind your kids, not because, guys, how does your kids memorize a movie? When they watch a movie, they can tell you what happened in the movie, but when it's time to study, they don't remember what's 1 + 2. How is that possible? So sometimes it's also in the paying attention, right? Because sometimes really, we're reluctant about a lot of situations because we're always like, it happens, you know. I'm also one of those people like, I don't want to think too much about some things, right? I'm like, it happens. I lost my job. It's okay, maybe I wasn't really good. But guess what? They go and hire someone who's worse than you. Someone who doesn't even know how to use a computer in the job. They need somebody who can use a computer, and they're training this person from scratch. You get? So sometimes it's because there are outers that are working overtime just so you don't do well, just so some people are happy that, oh, she went to China, she came back with nothing. There are people that are not happy that you are where you are. As much as you don't want to acknowledge that. But it's not everybody who is happy for you. It's not because you did anything to them. No. Some people are just evil. Some people are just evil. In here, evil. It has nothing to do with you sometimes. Though sometimes it has everything to do with you. Because sometimes the thing is this. Most of us, let's say this, we have a habit of wanting to tell our relatives everything that's going on in our lives, in our marriages, in our whatever. Right? And the thing is, when I'm telling you my problem or whatever that's going on, sometimes you think you're sharing good news. But not everybody's taking it as good news. There is one person who's thinking you're bragging. The moment you leave, like, I knew he was bragging to me that her husband bought a top, a pink top. Huh? You're bragging to me, you're bragging. When you're just really telling, oh my God, my husband bought me this top, it's so cute. They don't take it as if you're just showing them the top, or they're taking it as if you're bragging. And that's where your most of our problems as people. Sometimes we don't know what to share. We don't know what the news to share with people, and we don't know the news not to share. And now if I think you're bragging to me, do you think I'm gonna let you continue bragging to me? It's not everybody who can just be like, hey, you know what, she's just talking about her pink top. Some people take extra steps to make sure that this is going to be the last new top that your husband buys for you. Before you know it, your husband is beating you every day. Before you know it, you lost your job. Before you know it, your car is breaking down every week. You're at the mechanic's shop because you don't know the news to share and not to share. You shouldn't go and tell people everything that is going on in your family, that is going on within your life. Not everybody's gonna be happy with you. Not everybody's gonna be happy with you. Some people have had situations where they bought a car, they're like, I'm the first one to buy a car within my family. You're happy, I get it, you're happy, it's a good thing, it's a beautiful thing. But you drove your car to the village or to whoever, hey, look auntie, I bought a car, I just wanted you to show what God has done for me. And they're gonna go and undo those blessings. Most people will go and unless if you're normally born within a well-off family. Well-off families where everybody's their own lives going on. But if you're from our kind of families where some people are doing better than other people, some people are even like down here, some people are up there, some people are really, really up there. The people mostly down here, it's not, even if they're not working really hard, even if some of them are really lazy, that's the thing. They still woo. So yeah, it's not just because you bought something you should go and show your family. It's not everything you should share. It's not everything you should talk about with your family, even with your friends. It's not, especially with friends, it's not all the friends that wish you good. It's not all of them. It's just not. And the moment I feel like, you know what, my friend is getting married to a rich guy or to a very beautiful woman, you're like, how are you with a beautiful woman and I have this lady here. Stupid things. And the thing, sometimes people use witchcraft on you on the stupidest of things. And I'm always saying this to my husband. I'm always like, if I'm gonna use witchcraft at all, it better be for my benefit. For my benefit. Not to go to scary places to go and find a one baba like that, a one inyanga like that, to go and undo what you did or worked hard for or what God did for you. But at the end of the day, if it's not benefiting me, why should I bother? Why? I wouldn't. I personally wouldn't. I mean, there are other people that don't mind, going to these dark places with dark altars and whatnot, doing krungaring izinto, doing things, just so your life is effed up. But I wouldn't. If it's not beneficial to me, I wouldn't. Right? So sometimes we don't want to acknowledge that it exists, but you always have to check the, how to say this, the patterns of situations in your life. For me, it was an eye-opener. Was 2022. I was like, there's no way. I was like, I wanted to go home at that point, right? And guess what? I'll tell you this person that I love and trust, and oh my God, I would do anything for. I would back then, before I started knowing the truth. Hi, Papa. Hi. How's it getting? Hi. You're awake. Hi, let's change the diapers. I just figured if I give him food when he's not hungry, he just wastes the food. He wastes the food. Huh, Papa? I was saying, so what happened is this, I could feel that my life was going backwards. Like, I knew I was working hard enough, and I knew I was supposed to be somewhere with my life. Like, you know, when you're planning your life so well, you're like, you know. And then I was talking to this person, right? Because I see this person as somebody in my life, right? And I actually tell this person, my life is not going well. Hi. I tell this person my life is not really going well. I actually tell this person I feel like someone is holding my life. I feel like I should come back home and fix ABC, you know? And I didn't know this, the same person that I was talking to, the same person I was talking to was the person who was responsible for the other things that were going on in my life. So when I found out, like 2 years later, like I was like, how the F was I reporting to the same person? Like, it's crazy. And I know sometimes you're like, because I look at myself, I'm like, I'm just a child, I'm just growing up, I'm learning things, but the thing is, where we come from sometimes are people with entitlement to whatever that we have. They feel like you should share with them. They feel like if you have 2 pairs of earrings, why don't you give me one? Like, so it's crazy, guys. Let's just watch out what we say to whoever. Sometimes the kids that were born in families that have how to say this, you know, people that use juju to be rich, right? The people that are born within those families, kids that are born within those families. These kids, some of them cannot have kids, some of them are some of them can just marry or get married. Somebody gets to an age of 40 and they are not married, or if you're white, it's normal, but if you're, it's not. We start questioning, like, is everything okay? I wasn't brought up in a family where I have to go and consult. My mom was never one of them, never, ever. Even if when she was growing up, because she was actually just doing well for herself, she was doing well for herself. It is at a very young age. She had a house at my age. She had a house. She had this. She had a life. She had her own life. And Even when I was growing up, a lot of people used to be like, your mom vakaromba, your mom utwele, she's using juju to get money. But I was with her, right? It's not like when somebody's using juju, you know, right? You know that they're waking up every day, they're going to work. Sometimes things are actually really hard in the house. Sometimes you eat the nonsense of food because somebody's trying to provide for you guys. But when I grew up, I was like, she didn't? No, she didn't. If she did, she wouldn't be waking up every day going to sell some stuff, she wouldn't. Is it? Why would she? If she's a snake in there, giving her money, why would she be doing all this thing? She just had her life, she had just had her things planned. And a lot of people were not happy about that. A lot of people were not happy. Right? So I was saying, like, I wasn't brought up in a family where we go to Profita, where we go to Enyangen, where we go to Baba. I wasn't brought up like that. Right? We just pray and we hope and pray that God is watching over us and things are going well and whatnot. But until you get older, you're like, no, something's wrong somewhere, right? And it's not, I get that, I'm not encouraging this, don't get me wrong, I'm not encouraging you to go and consult. But initially, as Black people, we have our own original roots. We have our own tradition. It wasn't good, it wasn't what, right? I mean, but it worked, right? It worked. Before these people came to colonize and take us to their countries and whatnot, we had our own beliefs, we had our own one that was working. It wasn't perfect, right? But it was working, right? I'm not saying you should go back and do it, but if it's not working, if A is not really working for you, maybe you can try plan B. If B is not working, try plan C. But it's not everything that you should consult about. Sometimes you need to put an extra effort. It's not everything that you should go and use umuti for. It's not everything that you should use juju for. You get? It's not everything. Sometimes, really, sometimes the truth is sometimes prayer does work. Sometimes if you really pray, your things will go well. Even those people that are busy, their things will go back to them and attack them, right? But if you think it's not really working for you, oh my God, what's that? What did I do? So, but if you think this is not working for you, you can try to solve your problem by plan B. The people that cannot have kids is not because they cannot have kids, it's because somebody went out there and did whatever to you. Someone right now cannot work a decent job is not because you're not really working hard. You have your CVs, you have your... Always look inside, like check really deep and know what's really going on. Otherwise, I'm not encouraging you. I'm just saying you can look into plan B. You can look into other ways to solve your problem. Hi. So the main point was, don't be sharing your stuff with people like that. Don't go back to, even if you have, if some people, when they are pregnant, they tell their whole family, we are pregnant, we're having it. Hey, that's why some of you are having kids that are, some of you are having complications because you can't just keep quiet. Be quiet. You buy a car, you're like, I bought a car, let me go to my family and show them the car. The moment you leave that place, they're taking, what do they call it? They'll take that sand, that whatever, that your car was, or like your car tires print, and they take that soil and use it too. You come here, you're like, I'm pregnant, we're expecting. They take the soil that your feet were stepping on and they... Not every news you should share. That's where the problem comes. Not for us. We all want to share, we all want to tell our relatives, our cousins, You think if they're not doing better, they'll be happy for you. Not everybody's like you. Not everybody's happy for people like you. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to talk about. You guys should always look deeper. don't, even if you're having your problems and whatnot, try to figure out ways of dealing with your problems without telling your this circle of people. These are the people that and you go 6 feet. It's always these people. It's never straight. It's always within the circle of people that you think you love or respect that don't wish you well at all. At all. Hi. If you want to consult, go and consult. I'm grown now. I can understand some. Some of you bought houses, even if it's not a nice house, it's just a normal house, right? But the thing is, not everybody wants you to own a house because they were just expecting you to get impregnated by some old dude like that and get dumped, or they're just expecting you to end up as a gardener. You buy a car, your car, let's say a 5-roomed house or whatever. You're happy, like, I bought a house. Hey, come and see my house. When they're coming to your house, they're coming with their things. The whole weekend they were in some Nyanga's house, in some Baba's house, getting some this, some that. You're not gonna live in that house. 2 weeks down the line, your house is burnt. 1 month down the line, you're hearing things in your house running. Away. Hi. Oh. When he's just coming from sleep, he'll be so annoyed. He'll be so annoyed. Hi.